So last week there was one mantra that we studied, Manastoke Tanaye Mana Ayushimano Ghoshumano Ashveshu Ririshaha Viranmano Rudrabhamito Vatir Havishmanto Namasa Vidhemate. So one of the things is please make sure that you review the meanings of the mantras. Then what happens is when you are chanting, as you are chanting, you will be internalizing the meaning of the mantras and the flow of the mantras. So that way your experience of the chanting will make much more sense to you. And also your spiritual experience also grows. Various aspects that we have talked about in the meaning of the Rudra will slowly start working into your personality, because that is the purpose. Otherwise what happens? We will be no different from tape recorder, as I many times mentioned, if we simply chant the mantras without knowing its meaning. So in the sixth mantra, the 10th anuvaka, there is one word, Namasa Vidhema. So we do Namasa Vidhema, we salute you, and then when you say you salute you, we are asking, don't hurt my child, don't hurt my grandchild, don't hurt my animals, and so on and so forth. This concept of doing Namaskara, and doing Namaskara again and again, you will come across in Upanishad, you will come across in the Puranas, you will come across even in the Itihasas, and all the epics. For example, we have in the Ishavasyopanishad, Agnenaya Supathaye. In that we will say, Bhuyishtham te nama uktim vidhema. The meaning of Bhuyishtham te nama uktim vidhema means again and again we will offer salutations to you. So this is also the essence of the Namaka Prashna, that we use the word Namaha, Namaha, Namaha so many times. That means I salute you again and again and again. I salute you because of this. I salute you because you are. I salute you because of this grace you are giving me. Because I salute you, you are what you are. So for two reasons we are saluting. We are saluting Shiva because he is Shiva. We are saluting Shiva because he is the only one who is capable of giving all that we have been asking. We see this same concept even in relation to Rama. Apadam, apahartaram, dataram, sarvasampadam, lokabhiramam, Sriramam. What do we say? Bhuyo, bhuyo, namamyaham. Again and again I prostrate before you. Why do we do this? It is because as we progress in our spiritual contemplation, we become more and more conscious of the errors and blunders that we make. See, until we come across Shastra, what happens is we always think I am right, whatever I say is correct. Because that is because of the limited knowledge. But as we study Shastra, we will know that aparadha sahasrani kriyate aharnisham maya. We genuinely mean it. Thousands of errors I do every day. Jnanatova, ajnanatova, either knowingly or unknowingly. So therefore, please forgive me. So when we realize our error and then we repent, Ishvara, let us say, is graceful, and then he is going to bless us, he is going to absolve us of our errors. So is that all that we need to learn from this mantra? It is not, because we have to become Shiva. Well, you remember in the very earliest of my presentations I said, Narudro Rudramarchayet. Without yourself becoming Shiva, you cannot worship Shiva. If Shiva's characteristic is one of constantly, whatever be our indiscretions, forgiving, we should inherit that. And therefore, then only you can become a Shiva. So what should this recipient should do? The recipient of our apologies, here in this case Shiva. In other cases, the recipient of our apologies, who can be another person, another human being, it depends, his reaction depends on what is the dominant guna in the person who is receiving my apologies, isn't it? Suppose the person has got only tamo guna and rakshasa svabhava, as soon as a person says, I am sorry, I made this mistake, please forgive me, then he will take a weapon and he will punish, and then he will punish excessively, because he gets a more reason why the other person should be punished. You take a confession, and then instead of just reprimanding, you may hang him with the nearest tree. That is because of the rakshasa svabhava or the tamasa svabhava. What if it is one's rajoguna? Suppose the person who is receiving my forgiveness, my asking of forgiveness, has got rajoguna, he will forgive once. If another error I make, then what happens? He may forgive me again. 3 strikes, you are out. So a third time you do, then the punishment is sure to happen. But what if the recipient is Sattva-guna Pradhana? What is the nature of Ishvara? The nature of Ishvara is pure Sattva-guna Pradhana. Since the Lord is completely full of Sattva-guna Pradhana, when we actually develop this Sattva-guna quality very intelligently, it is not being good in a natural way, but being good deliberately. After a lot of contemplation, after study of the Shastra, when that person becomes good, it is an intelligent goodness. And in that, for example, cow is naturally good, tiger is naturally bad, naturally harmful. Naturally harmful. So a cow is naturally full of ahimsa. But what about the human beings? We are naturally a combination of both. More rajas than tamas, isn't it? Chitta nadi nama vahati papaya. Always it flows towards sin and anger only. So when we are studying Rudradhyaya and we are understanding its meaning, the Sattva-guna Pradhana characteristic of the Devata has to be inhered into us also. So, this Rudra, because he is Mahadeva, by our Pade Pade Namaskara, he also forgives Pade Pade. Pade Pade Namaskara, Pade Pade he forgives. And then that is why in the Namaka Prashna we always say Pade Pade Namaskara. Some of you who might have studied Mahakavi Kalidasa's Raghuvamsha, in the 4th chapter, verse number 64, Kalidasa says a very, very beautiful phrase. Pranipata pratikaraha sambrambho hi mahatmanam. Pranipata pratikaraha sambrambho hi mahatmanam. The anger of great persons is appeased with the mere humble submission. That's the meaning of that. In this mantra, the Rishi and the Devata is Bhagavan Rudra himself, and the Chandas is Jagati Chandas. Jagati Chandas, as I very early, when I'm discussing Vedanga, I mentioned, it has got 4 lines of 12 syllables each. There are 48 syllables. A very interesting dhyana shloka is there for this mantra. This mantra, Manastoke, is a very popular mantra, and this mantra dispels the greatest of our sins, all the Mahapatakas. Therefore, we do prescribe that when somebody is suffering a lot without knowing the reason, we ask them, please chant this mantra, because you might have done some papakarya either in this janma or in the past janma. That is why you are suffering. And therefore we usually say, you do this contemplation, you do this japa. The dhyana shloka for this indicates how and why Shiva forgives us. Dadhanam ekadasha vibhajya deham vishuddha spatika prakasham tejomayam shulinam indumaulim vichintayet atra sadaiva rudram. The meaning is vishuddha spatika sankasham. This Shiva, who is absolutely transparent and pure like the crystal, which is clean, Shuddha Spatika Sankasham, his own body, Shiva's body, he divides it into 11 parts. Ekadasham Vibhajya. What are those 11 parts? The 5 Jnanendriyas, the 5 Karmendriyas, and Manas. So at the beginning of the Rudra Japa, we have done Anganyasa. So when you have done Anganyasa Karanyasa, what did you do? You said this hand is Shiva's, this feet is Shiva's, this eyes are Shiva's, this ears are Shiva's. So all the Pancha Jnanendriyas and Pancha Karmendriyas belong to Shiva. And your mind also belongs to Shiva. Then the 5 sense organs and the 5 organs of knowledge and the mind was bestowed by Shiva. If you look at the Madhvacharya's derivation of how the various angas, various limbs are governed by the various devatas, Rudra is Manobhimani Devata, he is the Lord of the mind. And therefore mind is also given by him. So as soon as you say, I have abused the Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas and the Manas you have given me, then he takes responsibility for all the papas that we have committed. Why? Because he gave us the tool. So you give your child matchbox, right? And then the child has seen you strike the matchbox and light the fire. If you give the child a matchbox, what will the child do? Whose mistake is that? Is it the mistake of the child or the mistake of the parent? Similarly, Shiva also takes responsibility for having given us these karanas and the mind, and therefore he will forgive. Look at the apara karuna sagaratvam. It happens only after we have actually done the namaskara. So the namaskara is the way in which Shiva actually takes responsibility for all our papakaryas. So when the kartrutvam or when your kartrutvam is surrendered to Ishvara, also according to the doctrine of Karma Yoga, when you have surrendered it, what does Shiva do? He takes responsibility for all our past karmas also. This is the Vedic proof that for a person who has attained jnana, all the sanchita karmas are blown away. This is the proof that all the agami karmas will not fructify. Only he will suffer the prarabdha karma. So here you have got the Vedic proof for the doctrine of karma, that as soon as we give up kartrutvam, that means our ownership or the doership, as soon as we give up doership, Ishvara takes responsibility for all outcome. That is why this mantra is extraordinarily popular. Even if people don't know any other part of the Rudra mantras in religious tradition, they will know Manastoke Tanhe. As I was saying, they use this whenever they smear the various symbols of religion. The next mantra is Arate Gogna Uta Purushagne Kshayadviraya Sumnamasmete Astu Rakshachano Adechadeva Brukhyadacha Cha Naha Sharmaya Chadvabaraha. Each one of these mantras in this Anavaka is extraordinarily beautiful. And that's why this is called Rudropasana. So please deeply contemplate on all these mantras. The meaning is, Hey Deva, Te arat astu. You take away that terrible form from us. Take your terrible form away from us. Arat, ara, are. This is a very special Vedic word. In the we have already come across this word in our study of the Rigveda Ganesha Sukta. Nishusida Ganapate Ganesha Twamahur Vipratamam Kavinam Narate Kriyate Kincha Are. Kincha na are. So the same meaning is here. Arate. Arate. What is this arate? It is a special word which has been, we didn't know, we would never know without the help of Yaskacharya. You may recall that I spoke about Yaskacharya as part of the Vedanga Shastra Vichara in Nirukta. He was the author of Nirukta and Nighantu. He says, Arat Dura Samipayoho is the sutra that he gives in the Nighantu by Yaskacharya. That means Nighantu is a glossary. The Prasanna Rupena Sannihito Bhava. Ara can mean either far away or nearby. What is the meaning for using this arat, te, your arat, prasanna rupat, with your benevolent attitude, come near me. Arat, from your raudra rupena, dure bhava. With your raudra rupa, don't come near me. With your prasanna rupa, come near me. This is something we have to tell each other all the time. Then, just note the economy of the words in Vedic literature. How beautifully, contextually they use, and the contextual part is by just saying arate, then you are saying both of these concepts. So what is the effect of your Raudra Rupa? Why is it I don't want you to come near me? Because if you come near me, you will be Gognaha. You will kill all my cattle. Here, cow has many meanings. Cow also means, Gau also means knowledge. So he can also come and destroy our knowledge. Gau also means Veda. He may come and actually take away all my Vaidika, Japa and Tapa. And therefore you stay away. Purushagne, all our human relations. In essence, from all the untimely prana samhara, you be far away. Kshayadviraya. Kshayadviraya means, why is it I am so fervently praying that you should be far away? Because when you come near with Raudra Swarupa, Devatas, Rakshasas, Manushyas, with immense amount of Bala Parakrama, all of them will Kshayam, means they will perish. That is why Kshayat Viraya. All the powerful people, the most powerful people will be gone. How long did it take for the most valorous, powerful Parakrami, whom even all the three worlds could not defeat, Hiranyakashipu? How long do you think it took for Narasimha? Because the vara was that he should be slayed in the dusk. So if you go anywhere in India, the duration of dusk is anywhere between 50 to 58 minutes. Anywhere in India. From the time sun sets to the time it becomes dark, it is less than 1 hour. That is why you will see in the Bhagavata how much he chases and torments Hiranyakashipu. It took just 1 hour, 1 human hour. It's not 1 divine hour. Kathopanishad also talks about it. Yasya brahma cha kshatrancha ubhe bhavati odanaha. Chapter 1, 2, 25, 1.2.25. Mrityuhu yasya upasechanam kayitha veda yatra naha. See, the meaning is Brahma Kshatra. That means Brahmana and Kshatriya. Brahmana and Kshatriya has nothing to do with the jati. Brahma means knowledge. Kshatriya or Kshatra means power. Both the capacities which are physical and mental, both of them at some point of time he will just come and swallow. And the death itself is upasechanam, it is like pickle in his foot. Upasechana means pickle. So otherwise, how can we justify logically why a person of such eminence as Ronald Reagan or a person of eminence like Nani Palkiwala should be subjected to Alzheimer's? Because Arat te, he came near them. So we ask of him that please do not subject us to all these things, because when do we need wisdom? When do we need knowledge? We need wisdom and knowledge all the time. When we are young, we need the wisdom and knowledge to chart out a good future life for us. When we have children, we must have knowledge and wisdom to guide our children. When you are in old age, you must have guidance of knowledge and wisdom to age gracefully. So in all the ashramas, we should be able to get that grace. The grace can be given only by knowledge and by this kshatra. This kshatra is not just physical power, it's the mental power, and therefore we say kshayadviraya. Then you can see how the strongest can be weakened by the divine will, by age. We have seen Parkinson's disease that attacked even Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was the strongest and the most powerful of all. Why should it happen to him? Why should Shah Jahan, the emperor of the whole of India, at his own son's hand be imprisoned and then he spend his last years so miserably? It is because of this Rudra. Therefore we constantly pray, Puishtante nama uktim vidhema, and then we ask of Shiva to show us his Arat Rupa, which is a Saumya Rupa, Yatte Rupam Kalyanatamam Tatte Pashyami. Ishavasya Upanishad, mantra number 16. Sumnam asme arat astu. So now we are asking him, what do I expect when you are near me? Sumnam. Sumnam means that which gives me happiness, that which gives me comfort. Asme, to us, arat astu. Let it be very close to us. Asme arat astu. And then no means naha, to us, cha raksha. Please also protect us. It is not just be near me. What is the use of your being very close and near me without any benefit of your being near me? What is the benefit of your being near me is you protect us. Then he is also saying the other devatas are there. So many other devatas are there. Yama is there, who is ready to take away our life. Yaksha, Rakshasas are there who will be attacking. There are people who are going to do Vamachara. If they are jealous of us, they will do Vamachara. And in those Vamachara, we will be affected by Kshudra Devatas. All of them may cause affliction to me. To them, Adhibruhi. You go and please tell them favorably and warn them. This person is my devotee. You better not come near him. So then he becomes a Raudravatara to those devatas, and he becomes Saumyavatara to our devatas. Look at the beauty of this mantra. Hey Mahadeva, please advocate to all those people either by warning or by telling them. For example, we say Indrome Balet, let there be Indra in our Bala. So how will Indra just give you Bala? It is because of the advocacy of Shiva. And that explanation comes in this mantra. And that's why Rudra is also known as Agni. Agnyatmaka Rudrasya. So when you do Rudra Homa, in Rudra Homa, Agni in the form of Rudra will take up all our prayers and convey it to the respective deities. So the role of Rudra is not just Anishta Nivritti. Dvibarhaha, there is a word Dvibarhaha. Dvibarha means Barha means Barhayati, Vardhati, increases. The Sanskrit, the Vedic root Barhayati means to increase, Vardhati. Vardhati what? Dvi, two. What are those two? It is Iha Sukha. When we are alive, when I are alive and here, there should be Sukha, and then in Para, we should get Moksha. This was beautifully, very simply given to us by Purandaradasa when he said Rama, 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 Rama Yenniro. Here we are saying Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. There he is saying Rama, 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 Rama Yenniro. Nemadinda bhajisuvavara kamitagala koduva nama. Those who worship him with lot of devotion, all the desires. What are the desires? Dvibarha. One who gives both. Naha prayacha. Please grant this. The Devata here is again Shambhu himself. Who else can say this? Who else can say, come and surrender to me, I will take care of you? Only Shiva can say. And this is Trishtub Chandas, which has got 4 lines of 11 letters each. So they say that in times of very great difficulty for ourselves or for others, if together or in a relay way, people chant this for 3 days and 3 nights. Rama Brahmana Saraswati was also known as Abhinava Shankara. He is the one who said, you do this japa for 3 days and 3 nights, then all the sorrows will go away. Proof. 2 proofs I will give you. One proof from Bhagavad Gita, where in chapter 18, verse 66, Krishna says, it's also called Charma Shloka. He says that Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Mahashujaha. Second proof is from the Yuddha Kanda of Ramayana in the conversation between Sugriva and Rama. Vibhishana would have come to surrender to Rama. There was a lot of objection to allow him to join the troop at that point of time. A very, very beautiful conversation is there. Please, when you get a chance, study Yuddha Kanda. What is the chapter? It is 18th chapter. Yuddha Kanda, 18th chapter. You please study Yuddha Kanda, 18th chapter, in which Sri Rama himself says, Sakrudeva Prapannaya Tavasmiti Yachate Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo Dadami Yetat Vratam Mama. Sakrudeva Prapannaya. When a person approaches me with sincerity, with true devotion, and then he begs of me that I am yours, please protect me. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo, without any fear, any favor, any exception. I will protect everybody. Etat vratam mama. This is my commitment. He goes on to say, bring that person, bring that Vibhishana here. Anaya iyam Harishrestha. Hari means Kapil here. Dattam asya abhayam maya. I have given him my word, and then I have given him my blessing. Vibhishano va Sugriva. Whether he is Vibhishana, yadi Ravana swayam. Even if Ravana himself comes and then surrenders to me, I will forgive him. Nobility confers the power to forgive. If we can form this in one simple sentence, nobility confers the power to forgive. Hari Om.